Episode 11. Stella. Lloyd sees Anya's grades to find that she failed all her tests. Lloyd calls out to her, but she tells him she is busy watching Spy Wars. Yor turns on the lights, and Anya tries to run away, but Lloyd picks her up so they can go to study as they promised at 5 o'clock, but Anya starts throwing a tantrum. While Anya is trying to escape, Lloyd remembers his mission and imagines that Anya could justify his hopes by becoming an imperial scholar. They begin studying, and Lloyd scolds her for being unable to spell correctly. Yor joins them, takes a look at Anya's test, and compliments her for her score being not bad despite still being a failing grade. Lloyd tries to help her learn idioms by referencing idioms used in Spy Wars, but Anya only had difficulty with the idioms test because she read another student's mind who also failed. She plans to, in the future, learn who is the best at each subject so she can read their mind for tests. Meanwhile, Lloyd considers having her grades changed in the school's records, but realizes it would be suspicious if she did not have some real improvement and believes her classmates will resent her for her unearned accomplishments. Anya reads his mind and contemplates whether it is a good idea or not for her to cheat by reading her classmates' minds, and gets gloomy. Lloyd sees this and wonders if he is being too strict with studying and decides instead to have her switch to doing some drawing. She tries drawing a cow, but it turns out poorly, so Lloyd gives up on her drawing skills. He tries to get her to do music and sports, but she fails horribly at them. While Yor gives Anya a jumping rope to try, Lloyd contemplates his mission and recalls Sylvia's words about the hopes that Wise has of her getting 8 Stella stars in 4 months. Anya gets herself tangled up in the jump rope, but tells Lloyd she will work hard before asking to be untangled. Lloyd asks if she will go somewhere tomorrow with him, and she agrees. The next day, they go to the hospital to do community service in the hopes of earning her a Stella star and helping Anya learn. Through his intel, Lloyd knows that outside of academic achievement, Stellas can be awarded for long-term community service and heroic acts like life-saving and police assistance. The nurses assign Lloyd and Anya to start by cleaning a dressing room. There, Anya accidentally breaks 2 flower pots, so they get reassigned to tidy the books in the library. However, she ends up just reading manga instead of cleaning. After some more chores, Anya says she is tired of cleaning and runs off to find a surgery room to assist a doctor by handing them tools but ends up bumping into a nurse. The nurse yells at the 2 of them and excuses them from service. They dejectedly begin to leave the hospital, with Lloyd wondering how else Anya can get a Stella star. Ken, a patient at the hospital, passes by them in the hallway alongside his trainer and heads to the pool. The trainer leaves Ken for a moment while she goes to change, and he reaches his hand into the pool to check its temperature, but ends up falling in. His trainer returns but assumes he is still changing. Ken, unable to swim, begins to drown in the pool. Anya hears his cries for help through her telepathy, and is about to tell Lloyd about it, but fears he will suspect her identity. Instead, she rushes to the pool herself, stating she wants to be a pro swimmer and passes by Ken's trainer, who tries to stop her. She frantically looks around for where Ken is before hearing more cries for help and diving into the pool after him after seeing his air bubbles. However, Anya is unable to swim as well, but Lloyd dives into the pool and saves both of them. The adults are shocked that they did not notice anything, and Lloyd explains that when children drown as they make little sounds, it is best to keep an eye on them around a pool. Lloyd and the adults praise her, and Ken's trainer thanks her for coming to his rescue. On the next day of school, Anya is awarded a Stella star for saving Ken's life. Becky congratulates her for getting the first Stella star in the grade, while Damien scoffs at her for getting one before him. At their home, Ken and his parents thank them for saving his life. After they leave, Yor gives Anya a hug, and a proud Lloyd pats her on the head. Anya realizes she can use her powers to help people and gets very happy. Yor proclaims that she will make a special dinner, but Anya says she would rather have Lloyd's cooking. shocking Yor. Sylvia and Lloyd meet in disguise and discuss Anya's recent earning of a Stella. Sylvia poses the idea of using agents to get more stars, but Lloyd rejects it as it would look suspicious and endanger the agents. She encourages him to try to get Anya to get as many stars as soon as possible, as Donovan Desmond has been making some suspicious financial moves recently. Anya arrives at school proudly, wearing her Stella star on her chest. Several students begin talking in awe about how she was the fastest student to get a Stella star. Becky greets Anya, who instructs her to call her Starlight Anya from now on. Becky states that with this new fame, Anya could probably make 100 friends in a day. An image pops into Anya's mind of Damien asking her to be friends, and Lloyd praising her for helping to complete his mission. However, Damien tells her not to get too full of herself before walking off, which disappoints Anya. Becky and Anya head to their class where the students immediately begin to badmouth Anya for wearing her Stella star in class. Other students try to assert that the whole incident was faked and she didn't deserve the Stella star. Two girls looking for support in this ask Damien what he thinks. Instead of support, though, he tells them that Eden Academy isn't a third-rate school that would give out Stella stars without merit. The girls worriedly try to take back their words before Damien cuts them off, telling them to transfer if they have a problem with Eden. However, these words only hurt Damien because he knows that he has lost to Anya. Becky and Anya head to lunch, where she asks what Anya got as a reward for earning a Stella. Anya thinks she could get peanuts, but Becky pushes her to think bigger and imagines the gifts she has gotten from her father: dresses, tiaras, and a tank. Seeing all of Becky's gifts frightens Anya of the amount of money the Blackbell family has. Anya decides she wants a castle, but Becky tries to get her to lower her request size. Becky brings up her pet dog, Weasel, which makes Anya curious. Anya sees Damien and his gang walking by, so she asks Damien if he has a dog. Damien shrugs off the question, but Anya reads his mind and sees him playing with his dog Max. Anya envisions getting herself a dog and telling Damien, which makes him want to compare the cuteness of the dogs. Lloyd and Anya then head to the Desmonds' home, where Lloyd asks Donovan to end this war, and he agrees, achieving world peace. When Anya arrives home, she tells Lloyd and Yor that she wants a dog as a reward for her Stella star. Yor tells Anya that taking care of an animal is a big responsibility, but Lloyd tells Anya that he will give the idea some thought. Lloyd envisions a guard dog that can protect the home, whereas Yor envisions a dog that would attack and kill Anya. After reading their minds, Anya tells the two of them that she wants a small, cute dog, which makes Yor envision a small dog slashing Anya's throat with a knife in its mouth. Lloyd decides they should go to a pet shop over the weekend to see what is available, and Anya looks at the types of dogs she likes in a book. Meanwhile, in an unknown building in an undetermined place, two men are discussing the sales of the dogs they have in holding. They plan on selling them to some revolutionaries who want to use them as bomb dogs. They look over the dogs and see that some of them are not doing well. One of the dogs sees an image of Lloyd, Anya, and Yor smiling at him, which makes him stand up.